Is this not the cutest kitten you ever seen this? Is this the cutest kitten you ever seen? Is it? Is this the cute baby kitten? Is it the cute baby kitten? Yes, this is the cute baby kitten. Oh, she heard the car. She's a purring. She's a baby. Oh, yes, you're the cutest kitten. Cutest kitten alert. Cutest kitten alert. Cutest kitten alert. Oh, yes, cute kitten alert. We've got a cute kitten in the house. Oh, yes, there she is. And the cutest kitten in the whole kitten world. Yes, she is. Look at this cute kitten. You gotta see her paws too. She's got the socks, she's got the mittens, and spots on the paws, on the back. It's so cute. Oh, yes. This is just what we call the sweet kitten alert. Sweet kitten alert. Alert the sheriffs. Whoa. 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 She's gone. Alright, I just had to show you the sweet kitten alert. And find that angle of myself that I like. It's always like, which I think people have discovered. Hey, kitten! Which is another reason why it's probably good that I like tall guys, because then this is the angle that they see me in too, right? But I like when it's like down, looking down, kind of, except not this way where it's like shadowy, but kind of more like this. How did I have it before? I found a good angle when I was just like looking. It's like something like this. Is the angle I like. It's good for my eyebrows, good for my eyes, good for the nose. And this is just the angle. Not so much this one, but this is okay. It's just this general viewpoint is the angle that I like. Although I could use more light. Ah! Kitten's got me. I need more light. We'll just bring this guy up more. That's not that hard, but I'm being dramatic right now. Now I gotta do the other one too, because why not? You gotta make it even. If you're gonna have one window's blinds up, that stupid ladder's out there. It's throwing it off. The ladder's on the porch, ruining my window view. How rude. I have this theory that he's purposely taking forever painting the house because he wants to be here, like being a spy, keeping tabs on us. I really think that though. It's like, bro, you could have finished this by now. You're just trying to like be here and get tabs. Cause like too, the living room needs to be finished. And was Finn in there? Maybe the other kid was in there, but I don't think they were. I think they decided to go in the other room and play this other game. But maybe they didn't know that. But it just felt like, oh, you could have chosen the living room, but you decided to work on the hallway instead. Just so that you could hear what was going on more, it seemed like. I just really don't trust this person one fucking bit. And I really just want to call him out. Like, all right, what's up with this and that, huh? Just point blank. You like, I can tell it. People should be able to tell when I don't like them because it's pretty obvious when I don't like somebody. I try and be all hidden about it because I don't want to like hurt people's feelings in a way, or like I don't want to be like super rude, but like also at the same time I kind of like want people to know like I don't like you. Please realize. Like, I don't know. And it's pretty obvious. Like everybody I know usually is like, yeah, it's funny how obvious it is when you don't like somebody. Cause it's like, cause my blood will boil, and I feel like it's just so obvious to people that my blood is like boiling inside when it comes down to that, you know? Because it's just, it's real. Like, my whole internal world is just like, it's like, oh, fuck me up, motherfucker. Other angles, I added more light, and so that's not helping. Nope, I don't know. Is this angle good? I like to turn the phone to the side, maybe. Best angles to look cute, 101. Problem is too, like I do look cuter when I smile, which sucks because I feel like some people look cuter when they don't smile, but I look cuter when I do. But it's just like that's not sexy. Sexy people don't smile. They go, I don't know. I don't know. I can't. So I'm gonna make an hour-long video about taking good angles. um, it's just like I would just like to like look cute for like. Oh, what else too? Like, what looks better? Like hair in the face. Sometimes I tend to think that I look cooler with my hair in my face, kinda, you know. But then I'm like, but also no, I don't. See, that actually looks kind of stupid. Maybe like from one angle, but that actually, for the most part, looks dumb. And it's actually better when I open up my face like this. Or maybe somewhere in the middle, like that. I don't know. Um, okay, I think I should officially stop geeking out about this right now. The thing is, I have issues. Oh, and I have coffee. I had issues in coffee. Put them together, and I have coffee issues too. Yeah, I do. I was like, I'm just gonna have one cup, but no, I'm having two, maybe three. Well, I only have. Yeah, I don't know. Also, it's occurring to me that this kitten is the cutest kitten. And look at this tree. That's what I was gonna say. Like, look at the tree. It's so cute. And the star isn't on though, because I turn it off at night because it's too bright to me. But then I still want the other lights on. And like, I don't know. But then I just kind of like it without the starlight on. Even though I do really like the starlight. You know, it depends on my mood. But I also really just like the subtler version of it without the star on. They also have a really cool light that just makes like floating snowflakes. It's so cool. and these decorations. It's just, I'm realizing that once Christmas is done, I'm just kind of gonna be like, and that's what this one guy was saying, like, yeah, like Christmas ends and then everybody's over the lights and tosses them. I mean, it's like money too, like the electric bill or whatever and stuff, and can't keep the tree forever either. It's gonna get too crusty, and so like I don't know. I'm just gonna be really bummed when the holiday's over and then the decorations are kind of gone. I'll just be like, now what do I have to look forward in life? Nothing. Right, kitten? Kitten's looking bright at me. Like, yep, you'll have nothing. She does not want to look at you guys though. She does not want to look at herself like that. I kind of want to like, no, I guess it's fine. I don't know, man. So I have this second date today, supposedly. And it was really, I was actually cracking up about it again last night because, like, and I saw this in an interview once. Maybe it was Chicken Shop Date because, like, the whole nature of it is it's a date. But they were talking about, I can't remember, but it's like the idea of, like, bad dates are actually the best ones because they're just so funny and they're like a good story to tell and like how bad they are. And I was joking like, well, I have to have a second date because like it's such good material for my videos. And my cousin thought that was really funny, which I'm pretty sure I already did, like talked about it. Yeah, I did in the last video, but I was like way more sad because they hadn't messaged me back, and I was just like, wow, they really just not gonna message me back. Wow. They were just trying to like hook up on the first date, and I said no, so now they're just like, fuck this person, they're too hard now. I didn't get what I wanted, and I don't. But I feel it, and then there's part of me that's like, well, they messaged me because they still haven't gotten what they wanted, and once they get it, then they're gonna be over it. I don't know. But at the same time, like I already like tried to schedule another date. I should check the app, see what. So I don't know what I'm on, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't really think I really like any of these people, but I'm just bored and I need material. No. But this date was really funny at the same. I was totally just trying to use it as like stand-up comedy material last night at this holiday party with my family. I was like, "Oh, dude, I don't know what to talk about to make chit chat." So like, so what are you doing? You're just like hanging out with your cousins, not really doing much. Sounds boring. I was like, "Well, I went on a date, and I've been wanting to tell you guys because it's really funny. I have this super funny story of how funny bad it was." Cause it what like it's just I just think I'm so funny. No, I'm just kidding. Um, just the way they're like when we first met up, and they're like, yeah, it was so easy. Like you just totally were down to have a date. Didn't even put up a fight. And I was like, thought that was so funny. And then I was able to spin it back at him with the credit card, and it just cracks me up. I was like, that was good. I'm good. I'm good. And then I cracked up last night again, realizing, like, oh, yeah, that happened too. And I forgot about that. That was good too. And I was cracking up at night just thinking about how stupid funny that was to me. I didn't even realize how funny it was in the moment. But it was. But to me. But I also I did think it was really funny in the moment, but I also was busy just trying to, like, get through this date. Not even like get through like it was a chore. I was definitely doing the nervous talking, which I just do in general too. But like, um, God, I'm so bad at telling stuff. I'm only good at being funny, like in the moment. I think that's it. I can't really tell it back in like hindsight. Like, oh, I did this really funny thing. It just doesn't work. But I'm gonna try anyway. Well, there's this store called BJ's, which just cracks me up. I walked by it one day and someone had spray painted "We Heart BJ's" like right by the store, and I was like, I'm assuming they're making this as a joke.
And I took a picture of it and sent it to my friend because it was funny. I was like, I should make this my cover photo. No. And my friend was like, we do. So we can show off our skills. Show off how much we'll just, like, be giving to people that don't deserve it. I was kidding. Where am I going with this? Oh yeah. So we're passing the store. We're driving past the store, BJ's. If you don't know it, it's like a Sam's Club or whatever. That name. Or Costco. Yeah. And so like I was like, we drive past the store. Oh, I can't talk. We drive past the BJ's store, and I'm like, so, do you like that store? And he was like, no, I like Costco better. I just thought it was so funny because I thought that he would actually get that pretty quickly, but it just went right over his head, and I thought it was so funny. And it took him a second, and he was like, "Oh wait, that was that really what you meant? No, it wasn't, was it?" And I was just like, "Oh no, yeah, you're right. Costco's better." I mean, Costco probably is better, I would assume, because they have more food options, I think, and stuff. It just cracked me up that it took him that moment. Just so immediately, kind of confidently, was like, no, I really more like Costco. He doesn't like BJ's as much as he likes Costco. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. Not like anybody really calls it a BJ. And then I was thinking about this last night, cracking up, and then I remembered that the my my one cousin was the one throwing the holiday party for this new house she's got, which was really cute. But she was the one that actually taught me what a blowjob was way back in the day. And I've always subtly remembered that. She was just like, I was like, tell me, what does it mean? I don't know. I want to know. I don't know why we were having this conversation, but it was just funny to me. It's a funny memory to me of like some strangely weird bonding moment with us. Like, I thought it was cool that she was gonna like let me in on the secret and teach me like about the real world. It was almost like me learning how to be cool, but I was also just like, what? Ew. No, no, I really was though. I was just like, and she was like, I knew you were gonna be like that. Because like I was very sheltered in my family. Like my mom and dad didn't even want to kiss around us. You know, like when we were always like, ew. Like so I. This is not a family friendly video. This kitten is too cute. I'm going to die of cute kittenness. She's so cute. She's gotten so big too. My giant kitten. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to stop calling you kitten. And the thing is, too, she's definitely one of those cats I feel like that just will always look like a kitten. There's a lot of them out there that just forever look like a kitten. My family had one like that. And there's some dogs that just always look like puppies, you know. And there's a lot of them. Fuck, I'm still getting like acid reflux. Like I should eat more, but I'm like, no, I just want to drink coffee. It's weird. Like I don't know. Lately, I have been more into eating too. Well, what happened? I don't know. That just really has been a developing thing since I kind of got here too. My relationship with food has just been so erratic, like all over the place. One minute I'm like, I don't care for eating at all, and then the next I'm like, all I want to do is eat. It's so weird. And I have been like really into eating lately, but now I'm just kind of like not. I think I'm officially starting to like get sick of all the things I've been eating because I've just been eating peanut butter and jelly and ramen and mac and cheese, and I'm officially starting to become pretty over it as those being the constant snacks. But for a while, I was super into it. I was just like, yeah. why. Probably because, like, when I was in California, I had this other kick I was on, which was just, like, these same ramen cups and stuff. So I didn't really have, like, the kitchen vibe as much, and, like, and I would just get all these picnic style, like, potato salads and stuff from the store to just eat in town, because, again, no kitchen really in town for me and stuff. And so, like, having these options was like, oh, cool, I can make some eggs and all this other stuff, no problem, dishes in the dishwasher, da-da. But, you know, before you know it, you get used to anything and then you're over it. And that's my a big problem with me in eating. I get tired of something and then I'm tired of eating. Because I'm poor too, so the options get slim. I don't know. And then I have moments where I'm like, all I want to do is eat fast food. And then I have moments where I'm like, fast food is the lamest thing. I do not want any of that shit. Fuck that. Really depends. Sometimes I don't give a fuck about cookies. Next thing I know, all I want to do is eat cookies. It's so weird. Kitten gets it. No, she doesn't. So yeah, the BJ's thing was really funny to me. I was totally cracking up about that last night. I was also like feeling the gummy at that point, I think, but it was funny. Just how over his head it went. I just kept having these moments where I just thought I was so funny, but it was not properly appreciated. I'm so underrated. No, I don't know. And there was something else I think I realized I thought was funny that I forgot about, but now I can't remember it either. Something like, what was funny? I don't remember. What was funny? What was funny? That was funny, and yeah, I can't remember the other one. There's also this song, Eras of Us by Fletcher, and there's this one part where there's just this one little part of the song. I can't remember what the words are, just like the notes. And it reminds me so much of this other song. And it's the same kind of thing. It's just like this one unique little notes change spot. I feel like it's like it does like a do da do da do. Like, what do they call those notes that aren't full notes? Like the black keys versus the white ones. It's like a black key thing. I thought there's a band called Black Keys too. Like, are they referencing that? I guess. Because then vibes. Because I don't know, those notes that are like the more shadow one, the alter one. I don't know. It's just like, it's not like, I don't know how to talk music, but I just really like it. I love the sound of it. I like the build up and like slight downturn of it. And there's a song I know that does like such a similar thing. It sounds like this same similar little part of a song that I like. And I've been trying so hard to think of this other song that reminds me of in that little part. And I just can't think of it. And it's bugging me so much. Like, I just want to know what is that other song that's reminding me of? What is it making me think of? What is that other little part I like a lot in a song? And I just can't think of it. Someone figure this out for me, except I'm not doing a good job at describing. Oh, the kitty found a squirrel! Okay, squirrels, you're kind of growing on me. I said I don't care about watching squirrels, but sometimes it's interesting. I'm just way more into deer, but squirrels can be funny. It's, whoa, really funny watching this cat be really into it right now. Did you find the squirrel, kitten? Where'd it go? Where did the squirrel go, kitten? You look very, like, interested, but I'm not seeing it. This is a good angle, I think. Sorta, kinda, not really, I don't know. God, man, some of the waves of thoughts I have are so bad. Are you kidding? You know what I mean, kitten? You know what I mean, kitten? Kitten. I just want to show you her eyes. Kitten! Because she's got this like one little green part in the center. It's really pretty. Yeah, I just had a thought about like stupid stuff. How like, oh yeah, your ex would always think you like dumb though. I don't know. Like you're just not that pretty. You'll never be that pretty. You'll never really be a 10. Yes, I can. I am. Get in. She's so cute. It's time to check out the color changing of my eyes time. What is this spot on my nose too? Luckily the burn mark, because that looked so crappy to me. It just made me look super tweaked. And it's pretty much healed already. And my teeth is doing so much better. I'm like, oh my God, God is real. Because I was praying to God. I was like, God, please tell me this is going to chill out because I can't handle this. And it is. But it's also gotten strangely warmer. So I'm afraid once it gets cold again, like winter does, I'm going to die again. But knock on wood or something. I don't know. I still think that's like a good sign that I'm going to be okay. And then I'm like, except I'm bleeding. But that's literally lipstick from yesterday. That's funny. That is funny. Did I not brush my teeth last night? Oh yeah, maybe I did forget. I just took off the lipstick. Oh my God, I was so annoyed at first when we got there. I was just like, oh, I got like really mad about it for some reason. I mean, that's what I do. That's why I have a hard time with makeup, because I go to try and put lipstick on. It's going fine. It's going fine. And then I have one little mess up right here. And then boom, it's all fucked up. And that's kind of what happened too. It was like pretty perfect. And then I just had one little smear here, and then trying to get it off, like the whole thing was ruined. And then I tried to like fix it, and I just made it worse. And then we're driving in the car. I'm like, great, I can't fix this as you're driving in the car as we're running late. No way. I'm just gonna have to like fix it as soon as we get there, which means they're probably gonna see it looking really stupid when we get there. But luckily I got lucky too, because the bathroom was like right by the door when we got in there. So I kind of was able to really immediately be like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom and fix it before anybody could see how like bad it looked. It was just like really clowny. I was like, well, maybe I'll try and do like a Kylie Jenner thing where we just kind of like make the lips look bigger by going over the line, and people do that, and it's whatever. It always irks me a little because it's like you can tell that's not your actual lip shape, but at the same time it's just like, oh, you know what, it works because you're just enhancing it, because it's like, it's not like when you put on lipstick we really think your lips are that color, so it's like whatever, they're not this color and they're not this size, but we're enhancing right now. So, but I just didn't do it right. And the problem too is like when you've messed it up, it's really like you can't go back. You just have to start over. And the second thing too is like it's that kind of lipstick that honestly does really well once it's dried up. It's like it's dried up and it's good and it won't go anywhere. It's like it won't smear once you've done it right, and then it dries. Then it's good. It really is. But I messed it up and then kept trying to fix it so it didn't dry right, and then I had beer, and then that messed it up again, and then I just had to keep fixing it. And I feel like it wouldn't have been that way if I had just gotten it right the first time and let it dry. Then it would have been fine, and I wouldn't have had it coming off so much and all that. But I just didn't fucking end up doing that, and then I had to keep fixing it, and that was annoying. But at least I was able to fix it, because for a second I was like, oh god, I'm like not even gonna be able to fix this now. Because that's the thing too, with like once it dries it's good, but then it's really hard to fix because it's just like kind of a strong pigment. I don't know, like stainy. I don't know, but it worked. Like I was afraid this whole part was just gonna be pink, but it wasn't. And I was so annoyed about it. So I felt bad because me and my cousin were driving. We were heading there, and we were both kind of stressed from the day with the guy coming over and painting and all this stuff, um, and then he was like kind of trying to detox, de-stress on the way over there. And then I felt all weird because I didn't give money for like the sodas or anything. I should give money for the sodas because I didn't get a white elephant. But then I was like, I don't really want to blow my last 20 on sodas right now. I don't know. It was just weird. And then he was trying to de-stress and talk about dumb drivers and this and that, and I was trying to like make conversation with him too, but I also really felt like I couldn't talk because I was just so stressed and just like, I can't even talk. I'm just like, right now. But I feel like he felt that way too. But yeah. We like drove past like general dentist, and he was like, I would never, that sounds like the worst place to go for your dentist. This is general dentist. And we were just like, yeah, he's generally a dentist. Like, he generally knows about teeth. I just go to the general one. He's general, but he's a dentist, I think. You know, he's generally learned about some stuff about teeth. No, I'm just kidding. And that was funny though, because he's like, I never go there. Like, I'm about to go there because I don't got the money for a real dentist. I'll take what I can get. Is that a clinic? Can I go there? Are my gums affected? Do I have pecoronitis? Will it go away on its own? I don't know. Is it only not hurting now because it's like strangely warm outside? It's like all rainy and like 62, I think it said, which is crazy warm because it's been like 30. Now it's like 60 and rainy. So I'm just all like, ooh. The rambling is so bad. I'm sorry. Unfortunately to inform you that it's not gonna stop. um, oh, like legit, I had this little mouse and I was gonna have the mouse be a part of the video. Like, I was maybe even gonna have the mouse talk. I might still do that. But of course, the cat took it because they're her mice. But is she using it? No. Are you using the mouse? Are you using the mouse? No, you're just laying there being cute. Ooh, well, it's a weird burp. And what else am I supposed to eat? I'm gonna make something. I'm gonna eat more cookies. Well, here's the thing with coffee too. I try and put it on. I microwave leftover coffee for as long as I can to make it hot, or just like coffee I get straight from the thing, and I like that it's really hot, and then I forget about it and it's not super hot, and it's super annoying because it's like I want my coffee to be hot, but unless I chug it, it's like it always ends up getting cold. I'm like, dang it. And it's like, how many times am I gonna try and heat it up? Or like, should I just chug it? No, every time I chug it, that's bad too. So it's like, can't win. It's really not helping with the acidity for me right now either. Acidity. But whatever. Okay, hold on. So let me pause this again. Bro, There's like so much I kind of want to talk about. It is amazing that every video I make is in 3 hours, but if I make one right after the other, then technically they are, then aren't they? And I really have this problem with like just talking under my breath too, because I just feel like I keep saying so many stupid things. The most I can do is just like not fully speak outwardly. But what I was gonna say was, bro, some of these fucking UPS drivers, dude. Which is funny too, because my cousin worked for the post office as like a mail person, and then my other cousin did too. So like it's one of the biggest jobs around here now, because like it's also how we live life now too. Like we do so much ordering on Amazon now as opposed to like just shopping in the store and getting it ourselves. So it's a big job, I've noticed, in these urban areas too. A huge one is just like mail and like Amazon, UPS, and like even like Uber drivers, delivery drivers, you know, all that. And but these fucking UPS drivers, they're pretty cute, you know. They're just like these guys like my age, looking kind of cute. I'm like, ooh. And I'm like, oh, that's a pretty solid job. Hey, good looking. Thanks for the package. What package you got carrying? What's in the load? Okay, I need to stop. It's too many puns I can do with that right now. But oh God, cheese cat, or like what ups. But the thing is, I also don't like UPS drivers too, because this kitten is cute. Cause I was like R word by a UPS driver, so it kind of like made me hate all UPS drivers. And he was like a drug dealer on the side. I was like, I think he was even stealing mail. Yeah, he was, and he was bragging about it or something. Yeah, like being really sneaky. So then I just was like, yeah, all mail people are secretly sneaky and stealing your mail and finding all these sneaky things to do with it. Cause like you can learn a lot of information from mail. And I knew this other evil guy that worked at the post office that I was convinced fucked up my package and stole my phone, because they knew me and didn't like me, because they knew I hated them and knew that they were evil and creepy, and just that was another. So I was like, and it's bad because like I know like you have like a bad instance with someone, like you have like a bad scenario with like a Gemini, and then you just decide that all Geminis are the same and you hate them. And it's like, you know that's not true, but you just can't help but have that bias. And that's the other problem with people. And this is why we will just always struggle with racism and homophobia and sexism and stuff. I mean, there's other reasons for it with religion and yada yada and yada yada. But another part of it is just having biases and trying to like be like everybody's all the same. And I'm one of the biggest sinners of that too, because I do speak general dentist here, like in generalizations all the time. I do, but that's because I'm trying to like make points, and I shouldn't be so broad. But it's like sometimes I feel like it's because like that meme, I got like this giant whiteboard in my brain of everything I'm trying to like tie together. I'm like, oh, like, these dominoes are all dominoing and this, that. And so that can kind of lead you to speaking really generally, just to figure out all the dominoes and put them in place. And then this is what I try and like remind too, is like, I'm not saying they're accurate, but I'm saying that you are affected by them whether you like it or not. And like whether we like it or not, we're all kind of like subject to that. Like we will. And I talked about this with my dad once too. Like, why do we do that? Because actually evolutionarily too, it is a survival mechanism thing. You burn your hand on the oven, and then something in your brain goes, oh, don't do that again. And you're just trying to like make notes of things to like understand. Like there's a survival, like how do I put this? Like just to even understand, like the example I'm thinking of too is like I, as a server, would have like all these Asians that would ask for hot water because like in their culture they do that. So then in my head I'm remembering that. So the next time a table of Asians come in, I'm prepared to get them all fucking hot water, even though it's extra and annoying. I'm like, but at least I'm aware of it, and it's a survival thing too. Like if you're trying to, if all of a sudden you were stuck in like, if you were just put in this world, it would be beneficial for you to know a lot of the general things that are done with that group of people, so that when you're in it, you know how to maneuver yourself more. Like there's a lot of, evolutionarily, you would want to, if you wanted to survive in the mountains, you would want to know generally how mountain life be like. I don't know, but there's a lot of levels to it. But God, I just have so much rambling to do. And whoa, am I stalling? Yes. Yes, I am stalling because I'm stupid. That's what I do. I'm just really like, am I really gonna go on this second date with this guy that said so many questionable things, that really likes Elon Musk, that had Nickelback in his jams, and didn't realize how like tacky Nickelback has been considered, even though that's bully stuff. Avril would be like, leave them alone. Or now she'd be like, I agree now because my ex was so dumb. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Then dates Tyga for like 1 second. Ugh, okay. Also, stop. Sometimes it just gets out of control. It really does. Really quickly, out of hand. To the point where I really don't know what I'm thinking. Like, I really will just sit and think for a long time. I can just sit there and go over all the thoughts swirling around in my brain. And it's like I'm just sitting there, but I'm just thinking about so much shit and talking with myself in my head. And yeah, I'll try and do a little talking out loud, even just because it becomes so much internal that you have to let a little bit of it out just to help you process it and stuff. And this is part of why these videos are so helpful for me too, because that's really what it is. And that's the other thing too that I was thinking. I was like, am I really gonna go on this second date? Am I really gonna post any of these? And that's why I liked what my cousin said. And that's why I kind of really wanted to tell him too, is I knew that he would kind of say that, and I really needed that validation support of just fuck it. Just fuck it. Do it. And if you're worried about potential job people seeing it, like, first of all, yeah, right. You are just starting out. You have 0 followers, really. And anybody that has the time to watch the whole thing, like, yeah, right. They're not gonna be able to watch a whole hour, so they're not gonna know because mine are too long. Just kidding. And then the other problem with this second date, besides the questionable things he said, like the one I really can't get over was how, it's the first date and he wants to hook up. Which I'll get to that point in a second, but I'm like, I don't know. And he just proceeds to get in the back of the car anyway, and is like, come on, just come here. And I'm like, he's like, we don't have to hook up, you know, just like, come here. And I was like, oh, he's like, come on, it's not like I'm gonna rape you. I was like, come on, I'm not gonna rape you. Like, just that statement is so, it just cracks me up. It really does. In a bad way, but I should have been more triggered, but it was just so absurd that I should have really rolled my eyes right at him and then like done that, hand to the forehead thing, like, wow. But I didn't. I just kind of was just like do the blink thing. But so it's like, wow, am I really gonna go on a second date with this person? And I was joking about that with my cousins too, and they're like, do not. They're like, red flag city. They're like, two of my cousins were just like fanning these big flames. They're like, what were they waving around? Like a shirt or a towel or something? Yeah, and just making like this big fire looking thing. Like, this is a whole fire of red flags or something. Like, it's funny. And I was just like, yeah, I know this. And then I was just like telling my aunt and stuff too. I was just like, yeah, it's really weird. You really realize like how many issues you really have when it comes to dating and this, when you realize that they're being really terrible and you know it and you're still just eating it up. Like, I was realizing that I do like it in the sense of like it kind of like makes my ego better. Like, I feel like such a better person because they're so not to me. And then I was also just saying like it is fun to like mess with them. Like, I really loved in the beginning how they were like, yeah, you just didn't even put up a fight, and then like later they give me the card and I just was able to totally whip that back out. I'm like, yeah, I didn't even put up a fight. It's like, oh man, it's too easy and so fun to mess with you. Like, I love this. I just can subtly rouse you the whole time, and it's great. And you'll put up with it because you just want to sleep with me. So I don't know, but. And it's like the more a joke goes over someone's head as you're making it at them, like the funnier it even is too. It's just like, it's so funny to mess with them, but at the same time I'm like, I really shouldn't stand for this, let alone a second date. And like, am I safe? Are they not gonna rape me? Like, is that not what they're really trying to do right now? They're like, maybe you just need more drinks. And then my dumbass that has drinking problems is like, yeah, you're right. You're making me nervous. I probably do need another drink. Buy me another drink. Give me your card. Go to the bathroom. I'll take a picture of it. Thank you for giving me that idea. Rob, you blind motherfucker. My friend made fun of me for making a blind joke, and now I just keep being like, I'll make fun of blindness if I want to. God damn it. They do it in Shrek. You want to cancel the 3 blind mice? But it's like, oh no, it's a story. You know what? I'm not going down that road right now. Because that's just another slippery slope of like, who done it, what is all bad? It's all bad. God, I'm such a nut right now. I probably really don't need this second cup of coffee, but here we are. Yeah, and then it's like, what? It's like 1 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 hours to figure my shit out and possibly go on this date, and I just don't know. And I knew that too. I was like, they didn't message me. I was like, they suck, but I'm offended they haven't messaged me. And then I was just like, fuck, they really shouldn't though, because I know if they do message to hang out again, I'm gonna like not be able to say no. And like, yeah, in a weird way, I really did have like a good time just like rambling to them and them just like being intrigued by all my rambling and just like being able to like make jokes the whole time and being like, huh, you're really kind of funny. Cause like I knew from the pictures and vibe that like I was gonna find this person a lot more boring than me. Or something. That sounds bad, but But then I was like, that's what I kind of like also about people like this. Like, it makes me feel so much more interesting. Or like I can really, really just interest them with how crazy I am. And like, I like being like someone that like they can barely handle in a way. They're just like, whoa. I like, that's a lot of people though, but the ones that are like extra like in a shell, I like really like kind of like cracking them out of it or something, you know? Like, I will make you crack. I will be the crack. The Kraken. Um, damn that alcohol. Oof. Um, good times. And then the other thing is, so like, oh, this was another point I was gonna make too, though. With the, and I had this thought too, like, all right, listen, you're not gonna, you know that this is gonna become a thing. I guess I just knew. It happens a lot too when I just like kind of take people off guard with how like interesting I am, to the point where they will just kind of want to sleep with me just out of like how unexpectedly interesting I am or something. I hate that too though. It's like it's not because I'm hot, it's because I'm just like really interesting or something. But um so I was all like, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna sleep with him on the first date. And my cousin too was like, all right, listen, because I know he likes to give his little tips of advice, and I wanted them to, but he was like, gotta think about your intentions. If you want something more serious, don't sleep with them on the first date, you know? And I was like, yeah, so I'm not gonna. Yeah. But then I'm all like, but I might wanna. Why not? You know, I'm a sexual person. But the thing is, like, I do want it to be more than just like a thing that you do, but then I'm like, no, that is just what it's just kind of like the extroverted introverted dilemma. I'm like half too sensitive for this, half like no, this is exactly what I need, because feelings are too much actually, and I should just go more carnal. But then I'm like, no, carnal still makes me insecure. Like I need it to be more meaningful. I'm just like, it just goes back and forth of like what's actually harder for me and everything. But and I can feel like the only reason like he wants to have this second date, a big reason, is because he still wants to hook up with me. And I kind of feel that way too. Like, yeah, I kind of just want to hook up. But maybe more. But maybe I don't know. Or maybe let's try that again. Or maybe just I don't know. And then I'm like, I don't know. Like, oh, so I'm just waiting till the second one. And then the other thing is like, oh, then I should probably shave so I'm not judged. But like, am I really just gonna go and take all this time to like shave to do this hookup that I don't know if I should do for this person that I don't know if I should really be with? And then I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll hang out with him again, hook up with him, and then I'm gonna go hang out with this other guy. I quit. And I think that's pretty much that ramble, but I could go on. No, I should not. I give up. And I just really don't know what to do with myself about all this. I really don't know. And I feel like there is going to be a lot more pressure to do it for this date too, because I feel like part of the dilemma was that his place wasn't really good because like his brother's visiting for the holiday and like was in his room, and he lives with his parents. But that was like the main thing. And like I literally am on the couch, but I didn't say that. I was just like, well, I have my cousin and his kids, so I'm not really supposed to have people over. So you want to just hook up in the car? So I was like, no. And so I feel like he's probably like come up with some way to like get his brother out of his room or whatever, or organize a way to like have the place to himself, so that's why he wants me to really hang out on this day. He's made the arrangements, and so like I better put out because the arrangements have been made or something probably. And I'm just like, ugh. And it's like, oh, well, you have to go and shave, like, and it's just like a chore. I don't know, or like a you have to kind of thing. I don't know. I don't like that at all. Obviously, it's not healthy. None of this is healthy. This is all kinds of bad. And my eyebrows are all kinds of bad. No, I'm just kidding. God, this coffee was not the answer, and yet here we are. I'm gonna say that a lot. I just don't know. And I kind of just want to go on a walk because it's not that cold. But I'm gonna be running out of time soon to like figure out, because the shaving might take a minute. I don't know, man. Just everything. I don't know. I just don't know what I'm doing. It's been like that for a while now. It's a little annoying how much I'm winging it, but whatever. Oh, but the other thing I was gonna say about this whole hookup dilemma is, and I was watching this other video, tarot video, about finding true love and what I need to embrace to find that. And a big theme was like, because you like pick a card, you pick your one that's calling to you. And get this, I picked this one that was fire and ice crystal quartz or something, which just immediately made me think of my ex and this hoodie he had that I thought was cool. And on the hoodie it said fire and ice, and then I think diamond, and I like diamond because that's like my birthstone. But it was funny because he got that hoodie literally from my friend that ended up hooking up with him and breaking my heart. And I felt like he would wear it too because it was from her, and it would just like make me sad. Yeah, it really did. But it's funny. It made me sad, and then it made me sadder in hindsight, realizing everything. But like they were always just more into it. Like they're the fire and ice, and I'm just something else. But that's not true either. But yeah, that's why I picked that card, because of the fire and ice vibe. And I liked it. And I did like the colors and everything. I almost picked this other one because I was just like, no, you should go with the black and gold because you're feeling dark. But like the other one was really calling me more. And so, okay, I have 2 points, but it was crazy too because then at the holiday party, they had fire and ice, a fire one and an ice one, whiskey bottles from Game of Thrones, like in a special like display cabinet, which my cousin pointed out, and I was already looking at that too, and be like, oh my god, it's fire and ice. It was just like a sign of that thing I was just looking at. And the thing, I just thought that was interesting. But then it was interesting too because we were like joking about how like those would be gone already. If it was me or my cousin, like it would just be gone. Like I wouldn't, and I was like, oh, I want to have some, but then I knew it would be bad. So it's kind of weird too because it's kind of that, and the hoodie thing is just like, these are signs of like your issues with your ex and your issues with like love and all of this, it's like you have a problem associated with it. This symbol is rooted in struggle and challenge. And that was funny too, because that was a theme of the card too. Another card was just challenge. But like they were like, but don't look at it just in a bad way. And I understood that too, because I also saw it in this way of like when I thought about my ex and how we were connected, and what I loved about it too was the challenge. And not in just this way of like we were challenging to each other, but because we both went through a lot of challenges in our lives. Like we had a lot of challenging times going on, and we really understood having challenges in our lives. And like a lot of them were similar challenges of like self-esteem and confidence and stuff, and like time management and stuff, and like all these things, and just like material struggles, like trying to survive stuff, and self-sabotage stuff, like all these challenges I've understood. But also like we went through hard times together, and that was kind of like my other idea of like trauma bonding. Like we literally were like homeless together for a second, and like just sleeping in his truck together, but like it was like romantic because like we went through all these hard times, but we made it through together. Like we did that. We slept in the truck together. We found a way. We just fucking got through it together. And that's what I loved about it. Like we went through such hard times together. I don't know, but and I just thought it was really beautifully romantic in this way. But yeah, one of the themes for that card, it was Aso Tarot. She's really cool, and she really went in depth with this one. And one of the themes too was there's so much I could say about this reading, but it was like this theme of being insecure about your sexuality. Like I got a card that was just like this sexualness or something, but she was like, I'm getting this like a you feeling shame for your sexuality, and it could be like asexual, like you feel like you should be more sexual but you're kind of not, or you're too sexual and you feel like that's bad too, like oh you're too sexual, you're like a whore or something, you know, like. And then it was funny too, because then I'm talking to my cousin about someone else and how I just didn't understand their lack of wanting to hook up, and I thought that was weird. I was like, I want to hook up all the time. And then it was just like both insecurities were coming up, like, and this is extroverted introvert, like I felt both, like. And it's like I think there's a big shame, there's so much shame and judgment and insecurity around sexuality. There really, really is. Like you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't, you know, like you will be shamed for hooking up on the first night, you will be shamed for not hooking up. Like you should be more sexual, you should be less sexual, you should that, you shouldn't be bi, or you're not really bi, or oh they're kind of gay, like it's just like chill out, people. Sexuality is what it is, and why do we have to shame every little bit about it? Like they just are. And like newsflash, we're all different, and we're different in different days, so just stop judging them all so much. They are what they are, and you don't have to understand it in that moment. Just understand that we're all different. But it can be hard, and I make that mistake too. Like, really though? But because sometimes I just question it too. Like, are you really this way, or are you just not into them and lying to yourself about it or something? That was my thing. Or like, I don't know. And I felt this shame from everybody else. Like literally, like the people that I was like kind of like internally shaming, I was just like, well, they would shame me, so I'm gonna shame them back. But another mistake. And that's part of like we do it so much too. It's like, well, if you're gonna do it to me, I'm gonna do it to you. But and it's hard. It's hard. It's hard and it's very fickle. But I'm just realizing more and more like to try and just not stigma all of it or whatever or judge it, you know, it's just like we have our different phases, moods, vibes, chemistry, and all of it changes, all of it depends. There's so many factors. There's so many factors. And I just wish we could release a lot of the shame from it. I keep thinking of that shame vampire from Big Mouth now. And it's just like, so, especially when it comes to sexuality, it's just like all that shame monster. It's just like, get out of here, guy. You're such a buzzkill. You don't even get sex. Get out of here. Because, like, the more you shame, the more it's just like you're not even in tune with it. Kind of like hearing about a blowjob as a kid being like, ew. Or was it, someone and someone sitting in a tree. KISSING. I don't know. Cooties. It's like we think we grow past that, but then like we're literally like 30 years old still doing that, basically, just in an adult version. I was watching this episode of Supernatural and they literally was just like, yeah, and I had sex with a demon. They're like, oh. And it was so like tongue in cheek, like, oh, it sucks. And they never really show it in the show either. Like, they barely show anything. They show like some kissing and then they're under the sheets. Oh, we just. And I think it's really funny how TV does that. And some do it a lot more than others. And Supernatural really tries to keep it like pretty cookie cutter for TV. So it just really does it so tongue in cheeky or whatever. But they all do it pretty much. You know, Game of Thrones will show a lot, but still at the end of the day, they do like the same thing, just showing a little bit more because we've definitely gotten more and more risque with the internet and everything, like the porn and whatever, but just the content overload. But it's just, yeah. And I've had this thought too before, like, I'm gonna make classy porn. The things that I've thought, but like, oh my god, and that was on the date too. I was like, yeah, I've been in some films doing acting. I almost did a porn, but I didn't. He was like, good job. Like, high five. And I was just like, well, what if I did? But like, I mean, first of all, that script was terrible. Selling Bibles door to door. It could have almost been better, but it wasn't. And that's why I'm like, I'm gonna make classy. No, okay, focus. But yeah, it really irritates me too, honestly. That we have so much, like, we won't show it, we just indicate it. And it's like, I get it, but also it's just like so, it's just keeping up with this tabooness of it all. And it's really dumb too, because it's just like, it keeps this veil over everything. It keeps this mask over everything. It keeps us from like really being able to talk about it more and realize like what's okay. It just adds to this shame monster of it all because we can't even show it or talk about it. It's just like this secret, like, oh, blip, and they did the dirty. Cut to. And it's just like, why? We know what they did. And also, it's just weird. It's just like weird. It's like some Santa Claus shit, you know? It's just like, fast forward and they did it. Like, it's so sneaky weird. It's just like, what? It's It's like very tacky. It's like sitting in a tree. KISSI. It's like so silly and stupid in a lot of ways. And yeah, it just keeps us like in denial, and I don't know, just like childish. I don't know, like, and it's like that's classy, but is it? Because it's kind of just like silly. There's like a lot more ways I could go in depth about this, but it's feeling like too hard at the same time because like I don't know how to like quite pinpoint what I'm saying, even though I feel like I can feel the point I'm making, but I can't quite grasp it, and it's like I just don't feel like even trying too hard to figure it out right now. I feel like you kind of get what I'm saying, even though like I don't know exactly how to. I feel like there's like a point I'm missing in this point, and I can't quite find it. Just like that, the cut to they're under the blankets, and we're not gonna show that. It really is irking me with how stupid it is, but that's all I'm gonna say for now. It's funny too, as we were talking about with my cousin. We just might do this. Like, am I really gonna talk about this stuff with my cousin? Like, should I talk about this with blood relatives? Because it's weird. You almost feel like you can't even talk about sex with people that you wouldn't have sex with. Like, oh, I shouldn't talk about this with you because it's like sex. And like, I don't want to have sex with my cousin, okay? So I shouldn't be talking about sex with my cousin. This is like, I shouldn't talk about sex with my cousin because I don't want to have sex with my cousin. That doesn't really make a lot of sense either. Like, what? What? But I get some things like he was like, oh, I can't show you this. This is for my eyes only. I'm not going to show you this sexual thing that this girl I was talking to wrote to me. That I get. But even then, I was like, let me read it. But we're talking about it, and then it was also like, well, we didn't even have time or space to do it. Again, same thing, because it's like we got kids. We don't want the kids to see or know what we're doing, so we gotta hide. And it's just like so many issues around this subject. It's like, God, it just could go on and on forever, the issues with this subject. Kidding. Fucking Tinder, fucking Facebook dating, fucking what is life? This kitten. So cute. She's my best friend. That's the one kind of chill thing about the dog being gone, even though I miss the dog. When the dog is gone, the kitty comes out more to hang out, and that's nice. I was missing hanging out with just the kitten. Just me and the kitten. This video is longer than an hour. I like to say in my head, bad gal Riri. I'm being bad gal Riri right now. It's kind of better than saying, I'm being naughty. Ew. Okay. Hold on again. I'm being so bad right now. I just grabbed another little brownie bite. They're like this big too. They're like little brownies, so you just feel like you can just keep popping one. So bad. Little brownie popcorn. Okay. And it's like, yeah, just drink coffee and eat sugary things. That's great. All the things children shouldn't do. You can do it. You're an adult. You can handle your caffeine and sugar intake. No problem. Yeah, no, I can't. I'm already like a child. Did I let the 11-year-old have like 10 cookies yesterday and then they didn't eat dinner? Yeah. Would I have been less generous with the cookies. Had the motherfucker not judge me about it, and then I just let him do it out of spite, out of his judgment. Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't 10, it was like 7. 7 cookies. It's not that bad. It's a little bad, but it's not that bad. It's the holidays, man. Dude, I used to eat a whole pack of Oreos, which was bad. That's bad. It's not that hard to eat 7 cookies. You know, they're not that big. I don't know. Whatever. Sometimes it just happens. It's the holidays. You know, last night we had cookies, cupcakes, pie, ice cream. We were all just like, fuck it. There's a bit of a sugar overload going on. It's like, hey, the kids get sugar, we get drinks, but we're not drinking. And I think that was like a thing too. Like, we're not drinking, so we're gonna eat sweets. Replace it with something. I really gotta figure out how to end this. Hey, he did throw away my doodles, didn't he? No. I brought them with me. No? Yes. Yeah? I brought... Yeah. Okay. First thing I thought you threw away my doodles. I'd be offended. It feels like I'm saying so much nothing, and yet I still have so much I could say. I feel like I have to keep doing these because I don't want to deal with reality either right now. So I'm going to end this one and maybe make another one because this is an hour long. And then hopefully I'll make this other one smaller because we need to chill out. Okay, so that's that. Mike, super long show. Like the opposite of super short. Oh, it was like Mike, but there's a girl there too. Oh, just don't even acknowledge the girl. I'm just kidding. Okay. I don't know how to end.